Welcome guys, so another video, and it's a continuation of what we started yesterday about the CNN. So what you'll be learning here is we're gonna be going through the CNN strategy. How does it work, and what zones are you supposed to be getting in, and risk management that also we're gonna be touching on. So about the CNN strategy, it covers the psychological levels. It covers also we do include the market structure. The market structure, we're gonna be covering the impulsive move and correction move type of structure, and also we're gonna be touching out on some patterns that do make the market to reverse. So with that being said, let's jump into the video. So currently I'm on BTC, and this is the profit that I'm learning. So and the current market condition, we are on profit. Right now we are learning around 200 2000 2780 GBP, that is it. And trade that we took was a good trade. It has everything. So without using the CNN strategy there, you can see that it is off. It is off there. So I have the indicator. It's the indicator covers the whole of the CNN topic. Nothing that is left off. That is what you need to understand. If you come for the mentorship, now you learn the basics of CNN, everything that you're supposed to do or to know manually. But when it comes to automated the indicator, so the CNN indicator draws everything, doesn't leave anything without drawn or without identification. So when it comes to the indicator, it's more advanced of because it doesn't take your time. It just analyzes for you and then it gives you the entry. So wakati unaona entry yako imefikiwa, is that is the right time to take the buys or the selling opportunity according to where the market is. It is. Now let's break down on BTC before we break down on what happened on the yesterday. On Friday we took also XAU USD buy setup, and then it went to profit. We profited on it. So today we're gonna be covering BTC because today is Saturday on date 13. Now we're gonna be covering BTC USD, and we see what confidence did we have when we were entering this trade. So let's jump in. So on BTC USD, as you can see, this is the chart, how it's looking on a low time frame. I just wanna focus on low time frame because it's very important that I'm intraday trader, I'm not a swing trader. If I'm swing trader, I'm gonna be focusing on a higher time frames like 1 hour, 4 hour, and on a daily time frame. But because I'm intraday trader, I want to take my profit within a day. So for that being said, I just only want to focus on 15-minute time frame and 5-minute time frame. What's happening on that area? What is the market doing? So when it comes to the CNN, we must understand we have the psychological levels where the market may reverse. The psychological level represent us with a reversal area. That is why we're gonna be looking out for reversals, whether we're gonna be looking for reversal for buying opportunity or we're gonna be looking for reversal for selling opportunity. That is where the psychological key levels come in. Now, first thing when you come to the chart is to identify the psychological key level. Psychological key level on BTC USD may be 64,000, even to 63,000. You see, that is a major psychological key level. But when it comes to mid psychological level, from one major psychological key level to another psychological key level, it takes 1,000 points on BTC USD. But when it comes to identifying mid psychological key level, it only takes 500 points as a mid psychological key level. That is what you should put on your mind. So I have said that when it comes to BTC, major psychological key level, you measure a distance of from where you have rounded off number. For example, 6,300. For example, is 6,300. Once you come to 63, you're gonna be spotting a 63 sharp. Let me just identify that area 63. Let's put a line on 63 here. So from this level where we have 63,000, that is where the major psychological key level. You see this line that I put here. So if you spot a reversal from that point, you have a trade. You have a trade to take. Okay, because the reversal do happen on this psychological key level. Now, from this point here to the next psychological key level, you will find that the market will go to 6,400. 6,400, that is where we have the major psychological key level. From this point to this point, that is a distance of 1,000 points. Now, in the middle here, we have mid psychological key level, which only takes 500 points. It's the mid psychological key level. On that area, it acts as a continuation. Whether the market is above or below, it will be acting as a continuation. So, for example, what happened here, you can see that these since you entered this trade at this area, since you took this trade here, now you can see that the market moved impulsively towards the 6,400. But using the market structure moves in collection move and also moves in impulse move. So as you can see here, we have what? We have impulsively moved towards the upper side, and then the market started collecting towards the bottom side. Where the market is collecting is going to be giving you another entry. Whether if the market is gonna collect towards a psychological key level, you're supposed to be looking for opposite trend. If you are looking for buys and then the market is collecting towards the bottom side, then know that you're gonna be having a trade very soon. So that is what market structure helps you with. That is using manual trade. Right now we are just using manual to do analysis, but I'm gonna be breaking down about the indicator of CNN, how it does all of these. I'm just touching out on what it does. So the indicator here, it will show you, it will mark for you this major psychological key level and mid psychological key level when it comes to any pair on whether crypto, whether indices, whether currency pair, or even to JPY pairs. It is gonna be marking for you the psychological key level and the major psychological key level. Another thing that it will mark for you is the trend direction as the market structure. So you're gonna be spotting the pathways. For example, if the market is very bullish, you're gonna be seeing something like these. These are the market structure. It's telling you we have a high, we have where we are going. It is gonna be creating the highs and the lows of the markets. This is what you're gonna be getting using the CNN indicator. This is what also you're gonna be getting, so that your market, it becomes more clear and it doesn't take a lot of time just to do this. You just have to turn the indicator on and you will save all of these. Now, when it comes to market structure, as the market is bullish, you're gonna be noticing that the market, once it moves towards one direction impulsively, this is what we are calling impulsively here, a straight line or big candlesticks that are going on one direction without pullbacks, okay? And then once the market moves like this straight line here, it will reach a point where it will become a high. And then from that point, the market will start collecting, or what we call a pullback. Another name for it is called retest. So when the market is doing a retest, that is the time you are supposed to be monitoring the price, where what is it doing? Is it moving impulsively again, or we are just taking a lot of time? Because when we are doing a pullback or a retest, what will happen is that it is gonna be taking a lot of time before the market goes onto your way or just continue with the other phase. So in this example here, the market will be moving impulsively to the upper side and then collect towards the bottom side, just to create more momentum to keep on pushing on that direction of the market. So when it comes to this market structure, when the market forms a high, must come form a high low here, must come and form a high low. So that is the cycle of the market that the market will be repeating here. So in any market structure, this is what we call market structure, because it is a structure. It is showing you the steps. You see the steps where the market is going. So that if you are able to identify that, you are good. This is a bullish trend. Here you know that you are gonna be focusing on what? You are buying opportunities. And when the market is falling, the market will be creating what? And correction move towards the upper side here. So you'll be getting a high, lower high on the upper side, lower low on the bottom side. So like that, lower high, lower low, lower low here, lower high, like that. But the CNN strategy does this for you. You are not supposed to be marking all, identifying what's happening. So the CNN strategy does all this work for you. I have said that all of these, we have transformed the manual analysis to an indicator. All you have to do is turn on and then it will just give you the analysis. So on BTC USD, what you can see around this area, you can see that the market moved aggressively towards the upper side, and then the market retraced. After the retracement here, you can see the market retraced to this point with the collection move. This is a collection move. I said it is taking a lot of time, and because it is a collection move, it is telling you the market is gonna grab the liquidity, because as the market is moving towards the bottom side, what it does, it creates liquidity on the upper side. All of this is a liquidity. That's why even if you take a trade to this point, you're going to be targeting the highs here, because the market is going to grab those liquidity that the people who are selling are putting their stop loss above. So we are generating liquidity above, and as you know, the market goes to where the liquidity is sitting. So if I have a psychological key level, because this is a psychological key level around 63,500, that is a mid psychological key level, and the market is approaching it with a collection move, I'm gonna be taking the trade there if I find an entry. So an entry on this point, you might be identifying the structure that is going on the bottom side. You identify this structure that is going to the bottom side, and when the market breaks out of that structure, or market breaks out of this line here, so you have a confirmation. Once the market retraces to the zone, we have zones also where we enter. Where are you supposed to be entering? Now the zone where you are supposed to be entering, you see the market first of all is supposed to be on a psychological key level. That is one thing. Another thing, for you to take a reversal trade, must break out of that trend. Now you can see here the market will break out. The market will break out on this point here. Let me show you. So let's assume we are taking this trade right now. This is the current price of the market, and then let's put our psychological key level to 63,500. 63,500, that is it. 63,500 there. Now the next candlestick that is supposed to be coming from this area is supposed to be breaking. You see, we have this psychological key level, and if you go to 5-minute time frame, you might be seeing a clear trend, or a clean structure. So if you come to 5-minute time frame, you'll be able to identify what? The lower highs and lower lows. So you have these. This is the market structure. As you can see, the market is forming it very clearly, and this is supposed to be confirming to you what? The market here is doing a good work. If you receive this, is the kind of the structure that you can see under a 5-minute time frame. So when you come to identifying the breakout, so the market is supposed to, you see that trend that you identified here. So the market is supposed to break outside. Once the market is outside of that area, now the next point is to identify a zone. A zone is where you might be getting the retest. This is the zone where this candlestick before, you see this candlestick here that pushed out of the market here. Now you have the neckline where the market was retesting. You have the neckline. So if I mark that area and then drag it to the right side, that should be, and the market break outside. When the market returns back, because the candlestick here returned back to that area, I should be entering, or I should be taking my trades from that point. I put my stop loss below this low, the current low, and then I target 1:3, or even 1:5. 1:5 may go to where this correction move started here. So I might be targeting that area, but first thing that you're supposed to be understanding, once the market is outside and the direction of the market is changed, and also you can see that these are head and shoulder pattern. Here we have a head and shoulder, we have this left shoulder, we have the head, and then we have the what? The right shoulder. So we always take our trade on the right shoulder. So on this point, you take your buys and then you target what? Now, you wait to be patient, you be patient for the market to be moving to your direction. And that is how we have been able to be profitable and to hold this kind of profit that we are having right now, because this is the trade that we haven't yet closed. It is still going on to our direction. So that is how we took this trade, and it's very simple, very clean, and you don't have to complicate things. Right now we are floating in a profit of around 3000 GBP, and as I said earlier on that this market, we are floating about this is the amount that we are floating, 66. You can see here 26, 27 along, it's moving a lot, 27, and you can see it's a full margin. This is a full margin here, so the profit is above there. Now as you can see, that profit came from just following a simple strategy. Now that is manually work of BTC, like how you trade the CNN manually for you who don't have the indicator. But when it comes to the indicator, I just have to clean everything here. I clean everything. My chart is very clean, as you can see now. Now on the top there you have the CNN. It's called the CNN Moses Trade Effects version 2. So if you come and click that, it will analyze for you. And as you can see, what these markings, we have the blue line, we have the yellow line, and we have the structure. You can do you can modify on whatever you want to see here. You can modify on whatever you want to see. Whether you want to see the structure, also you can adjust. So if I come here to the setting, I can choose whether I want to see the trend table. The trend table is on the corner on the right side. You can see the symbol is BTC, sensitivity is 1, mid psychological key level is taking 500, and major psychological key level is taking 1000, and the trend, it is telling you that is a bullish trend. That is what the table is telling you here. And then you can adjust the sensitivity of what? The sensitivity of the market structure zigzag, or you can adapt or add to how you want your structure to be strong, or this favors the intraday trader. If you are intraday trader, maybe you can reduce your zigzag to a low exit so that it can tell you the current condition of the market. And if you are trying to swing, you might be go to higher time frame, and then you adjust so that you can see high probability setups. So when I come to this point here, you can see the market is around 65. I've said the indicator will mark for you. We have this dashed line. It's a solid line, yellow line, that is representing what? A mid psychological level. Now, if you go to the blue line, let me adjust the pixel of the chart so that we can able to see very clear. So this is what we are having here. So you can see that the structure are being marked out as the lower high, lower low, high, high, low, high, high. So it is marking for you the current direction of the market. You see, this is able, this is enabling you as a beginner or as an advanced trader who you are looking for confirmations whether you are taking the right trades. This is gonna help you to know whether I'm taking the right trade or not. Okay, and as you can see, it's easier for you to spot even reversal patterns like head and shoulder patterns, like a bullish flag or a bearish flag. This is very easy. So we're gonna be turning this to 1, and then you see how it is very clean. So as you can see, once I turn that to 1, you can see the structures are very, every high point is being marked out. Every high point is being marked out. So it's very easy for you to identify a reversal, and it's very easy for you to know where the market is gonna go next. Now let's go to USD, XAU USD on the trade that we took yesterday, and it went to profit. So this is the trade here. This is the trade that we took here. So let me remove these the highs and the lows, because we are not beginners. That is favoring beginners. If you are beginner and you don't know how to identify the structure, then you can turn on the highs, high highs and high lows. That will help you. So when we come to the chart here, what we can see is that yesterday when we were taking this trade, where we have this, we have the psychological key level being marked out as yellow on 41.75. That is a psychological key level. And also we can see that this is a pattern that was approaching that area with a correction move. So one thing that you are supposed to know is that this area has been retested so many times. As I was breaking on the first video, here we can see the retest. So we took this trade and then the TP got hit. Now, as you can see, we reached this psychological key level that is above here. We reached this psychological key level. And the way we are reaching that psychological key level, if I can hide these candlesticks here, you will see that the market is going to that area with a collection move. The structures are so many. You can see the structures here are so many. Whenever you see this kind of structure, you know that the market is gonna reverse, and it's supposed to give you a reversal pattern. By the way, whether it's a double top, whether it's a head and shoulder pattern, it is gonna be giving you all of that. So this indicator is very simple to use, and every time you have the impulse move and then you spot a correction move towards your psychological key level, whether it's a mid psychological key level or major psychological key level, the market is gonna reverse. So with that being said, that's how we make money on a daily basis. We don't have to complicate things. We just have to be patient. We follow and then understand what we are supposed to do when the market comes to our area of interest. Like, for example, a major psychological key level or a mid psychological key level. Currently, today is Saturday. We are waiting on Monday the market to open, and we have a few zones to be looking out for. Like, for example, on gold, you might be looking for selling opportunity on Monday. And with that being said,